Today we're going to take a look at some garbage jobs, and it's just going to be kind of from all over the world, mostly Europe, but I do have one from India because India just keeps seeming to top the top tier garbage jobs that I find. I find one that I think is the worst, and then I find another one that's even worse, and I just want to show you that one first. Mu Sigma, a large Indian analytics firm, recently laid out their compensation package for undergrad students. The main point that I want to look at here is if you get hired, you got to sign a contract for this company for 4 years. If you quit after a year, you have to pay back the salary times 5. 500% of whatever they paid you if you quit within the first year. 200% after the second year. So imagine if you were getting paid $50,000. You would have to pay them back $250,000. So this is insane. This is trash. Don't apply to this company. Don't accept this garbage. Know that this is in fact garbage and that this company clearly just trying to take advantage of people who are desperate for a job. I'm sorry that you have to deal with this. This video is sponsored today by my Career Builder Pro course. Oh look, Josh being a fake guru selling courses. He's just another... Anyways, it's sponsored by my Career Builder Pro course. It's my resume and cover letter course combined with my interview course. So I'm just going to make it one like masterclass. So if you want to learn how to negotiate salary, what not to say, what happens if you have to give your number first, what happens if they give their number first, all kinds of different things to stand out from the crowd, how to work remotely, how to do video resumes, how to make a cover letter from scratch, how to find their values, how to skip HR. There's a whole bunch of great stuff in that course. HR lady's actually in it giving her own professional advice from her experience working in HR, and I'm giving you my advice from how to hustle these companies. So it's a great course. All right, that's it. I'm done shilling. Let's jump into the content. This one comes to you from Copenhagen, Denmark. And I just want to jump straight to the cringe here. Your skills. Very strong fashion sense and spot-on graphic design skills and understanding of the fashion customer. Now let me scroll up and tell you that this is a front-end user experience web developer, internship, unpaid. Now, last I checked, clothes cost money. How are you supposed to have any fashion at all when you can't even upgrade your fashion because you're not getting paid? And the second point that I'd like to talk about is that you're talking about developers here, bro. Developers are going to wear flip-flops and shorts and a Hawaiian button-up. I mean, not every developer is going to do this, right? But I'm just saying, like, what's in it for you? Your work getting major exposure. You are getting paid in exposure. Oh my God. Now, one thing I would like to point out here is how getting paid in major exposure doesn't put food on the table, doesn't pay your bills, doesn't allow you to have a very strong fashion sense. You know, imagine if you go to the store and you take out your wallet and you pull out your card here and you say, "Sir, I'd like to buy this shirt." They say, "Okay, that'll be 50 euros. And you say, "I'm sorry, I can only pay you with exposure because that's what I get paid in. How many exposure credits could I buy this shirt with?" I'm sorry, you said I can't buy stuff with exposure, but my boss said I'm getting paid with major exposure. It just doesn't, it's a meme. It's a giant meme. Also, this wallet I got sent from Exeter is pretty dope. You just press this little button and it shoots up all the cards and it has a little GPS tracker and stuff. It's pretty convenient. I'm still testing it out. Maybe I'll make a little segment on it, but if you're interested, I'll put a little link in the description. About algorithm. We are a Danish-based sustainable brand with a multi-dimensional approach. While using ethical practices throughout our production chain, we aim at slowing fast fashion by encouraging people to buy less and choose well, thus lowering consumerism and minimizing waste. Hold on. You want to lower consumerism and minimize waste, but you also require your developers to have a very strong fashion sense and spot-on graphic design skills. Last I checked, in order to be part of fashion, you have to be a consumer to buy things that are fashionable. So you're trying to end consumerism, but you're requiring your developers to be consumers. This doesn't seem ethical. Perks and benefits. Flexible working hours. Time is precious, make it count, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you're being unpaid. You get to decide when you come into work. You get to decide when you leave work. Like in Finland, school is free. Internships are unpaid because school is free. Here in the US, school costs $1 million. And so companies realize that, we should probably pay these people since they're already in so much student debt. But it doesn't mean that people in Europe don't need money to be able to live either. What do you have to show for it? You have nothing to show for it except exposure, and the exposure doesn't pay for anything. There's a huge problem here. I don't care if it's normal. It's still crappy. And I'm sorry that you Danish people have to deal with this. This next job comes to you from Germany. And I'd like to jump straight into the what we offer section. Company bike, whatever, normal, ride to work. Regular cake meetings. German people, can you explain what regular cake meetings are? Because I didn't translate this to English from German. It just says this. Team events. Ugh. The last one we have today comes from Doncaster in the UK. And it says the working week is 37.5 hours a week. I believe this is full-time. The salary is 15,000 to 18,500 Great British pounds per year. Now, if you're in the UK, you would understand that this is trash. This is 100% trash. So maybe it's for a junior position, Josh. Maybe it's for a trainee, Well, let's scroll down. This is not a trainee position. Applicants need not apply without creative website development experience. So you have to have experience. Look at what they want. You will have a minimum of 2 years experience with HTML, CSS, and responsive coding. Responsive coding? Responsive application development? What do they mean there? Imagine working for 2 years and getting paid 15,000 to 18,500 per year in the UK. Now, let's look at minimum wage. 1,524.52. So let's take that number and let's multiply that by 12. So the minimum wage in the UK is 18,294 GBP per year. This company wants to offer you 18,500. How can they even offer lower than that? I mean, it says 32 to 37 and a half hours. 18,294, 18,500. This is clearly lower than minimum wage in the UK for 2 years experience. The UK is such a joke. I'm sorry that you guys have to deal with this nonsense, this garbage. Now, I get that it's in Doncaster, but for 2 years experience. Let's jump back to France for just a second here. So it's a startup, and you're going to participate in a hyper-ambitious project within a hyper-growing startup from 1 to 300 employees in 24 months with new faces every week. Will you be next? All right, so hyper-growth is kind of a red flag. It can be good, but it could also be bad, more likely bad. And let me tell you why. It's because 9 out of 10 startups fail. And so when companies do hyper-growth or are experiencing hyper-growth, they're probably trying to do what's known as over-leverage. Hire really, really fast on the bet that it will pay off. Compare it to gambling at a casino. And if you knew that you had a 90% chance of not getting their money back, would you still do it? It's the same thing with startups. Many projects to come, you will not be bored of that for sure. Hashtag believe me. Our 5 commandments represent what we do and who we are. We are a fam. What's the point spending all these hours together if we don't have fun? No. Just no. Loyalty matters. We care about Miro. We are building something meaningful together. Loyalty. Who wrote this? Loyalty matters. Go fast and break things. We work quickly. But also, you need to give a shit because details matter, damn it. Okay, I don't know if you can put these together. You got to work quickly and break things, but don't do that either because details matter. Interview process. Call with our tech recruiter. Physical maintenance. That sounds a little creepy. Spiro interview to make sure that you are in cohesion with our values and spirit. So does that mean when you go to the interview, they're like, welcome, brother. Welcome, sister. We're a family here. But that's it. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this smorgasbord of jobs from all around the world. I'm sorry that you guys have to deal with this. Please know your worth. Don't accept this garbage or just negotiate with them. Ask them for more money. You don't have to take the first number that they give you. Put your foot down. Okay? Respect yourself. Hold on to some of that dignity. But again, I know a job is a job and sometimes you just gotta take it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, maybe share it with other people so that they know that this is trash and that this is not what they should expect. And hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know where you'd like me to go for the next video. And I guess that's it. I'll see you guys in the live stream. Thank you so much.